Lauren and I did the canal tour and had lunch, and now we're meeting up with my friend Evelyn for dinner. Haven't seen Evelyn since college because she moved here. Okay, so you moved here, you did a year of school here.
A few years. I moved here January 2015. I got my sequential bachelor's in psychology and then my master's in psychology at an American university.
Yes. And then you permanently moved here when?
I mean, I was permanently here. I was under a student visa. Decided I loved it. I met my now husband.
Hey!
I saw more opportunities here, so I took out the search here visa to be hired as someone who graduated from a university here. It meant I had access to the Dutch labor market, and within the year, I was hosted by a startup in the biotech industry.
Yeah.
And I just stayed, and we then decided, hey, I'm here forever, so let's get an apartment together. So I don't know, it was just this kind of like slow build up until now, but honestly, I left my hometown. I left Fresno knowing I never wanted to go back, whether that meant in another city in the States or elsewhere. I was never happy there. I never felt like myself. I never felt like I had the opportunities that I was looking for. But I will say I miss the people I knew. I miss the friends I had.
We miss you.
Yes.
We miss you.
The art community.
Yeah.
The art community. Dude, I miss
people.
Mexican art and food from Fresno is the fucking best. LA can suck my butt. Like, seriously. And also the Armenian American community in Fresno.
Yes.
To a point.
Huge. Yeah. What tips would you give to someone if they were interested in moving from the United States to the Netherlands?
Here, specifically.
Yeah.
Just like anywhere, being a tourist is not going to be what it's like to live somewhere, right?
Right. So what are some of those things to look out for?
Watch out for the weather.
Yeah.
Watch out for the weather. It will be dark here from 4 p.m. until 9 a.m. in the winter, and then light from like 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. in the summer.
Right now.
So if you have issues,
we got good blackout.
I've been here a month ago, 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was light an hour later.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 11 p.m. Wow. Yeah, good. Blackout curtains necessary.
Really, I mean, the weather's different. That does impact your everything.
Yeah.
I will say have an open mind.
Yeah.
I will say I've been surprised. It is more conservative a nation, Amsterdam more conservative of a city than I had previously thought.
Yeah.
But also in good
Especially
ways.
with the pop culture perspective on it. Most people think that. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not all prostitutes and drugs at all. More of my friends smoked weed back in California, and also it's better than
That's
here.
exactly what I was telling
Yeah.
you. It's like 1/3 here versus half in the
Dude, I'm
United
sorry.
States.
I think the
Fresno
pot and
just
hash here
opened.
suck. California had the best shit. So like, dude,
It's really nice that you can know how much you're getting. Like, you can't. It's not.
but I don't know. It's just do your due diligence and really reach out to resources. Talk to people. Ask questions. Be like, hey, I don't know. Pick up even a few words of the language. Like, oh, hello, nice to meet you. Like basic things because it
Gilbert's
shows you're
been helping.
trying.
I mean, I need a lot of help with myself.
I mean, it's not like Italy or Germany where you need to really know it. But
Yeah.
it shows that you care, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And just remember that this is a different country, different continent, completely different culture, different subcultures. It's not the States.
No.
You have to, I think, have a level of respect for that.
Oh yeah.
Different food, different everything.
I would approach it as I'm a guest here,
Exactly.
and what can I do to further this place? you
Exactly.
know? And that's kind of the way I think of it.
Bring to the table.
But also, keep in mind, there are so many advantages. So, see what the country can do for you because you'll also be paying taxes here.
Yeah,
Make
exactly.
use of it.
And that's
Use
part of the
taxes
draw,
that you don't
right?
get back home. So
Yeah.
you have so many more rights here than you do back home. So look into when I was a single student, expensive apartment, low income, I had subsidies for rent. I had subsidy for health insurance. There are so many systems of support built here for all cultures. I think all kinds of immigrants. I think this is really one of the most positive place to be, even career-wise. I think like Dutch innovation and entrepreneurship. I hate that word, but it is really some of the best. His best friend has been in Rome, Martin. He said the same thing. So actually, yeah.
Yeah. My best friend, he hasn't lived consistently in Amsterdam for over 10 years now. He's lived in Africa, but now he's lived in Rome for 2 years. And yeah, it's
Is he in
beautiful.
Ghana?
Yeah, I was in Ghana for a while, Mozambique, Kenya, Tanzania.
Wow.
I'm now in Rome. Yeah, it's Europe, but people are not as positive as they are here. We love to complain. People say, "Oh, I love to complain," but then we do something about it.
Yeah.
And in Rome, and so in general in Italy, and I think in a lot of, especially Southern European countries, there's a little bit more complacent about it.
And I would say it's not positivity in the fake, oh yeah, everything's fine way. It's in being productive and making progress and trying to do something about things. Yeah. So there's so much innovation and entrepreneurship. There's room for you to make a home here.
Excellent.
If you look for it. And I think it's much easier and more friendly to English speakers, native English speakers, those of us privileged enough to have an American passport, than most other nations here.
Interesting. Cool. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome.
What about family though? Like, what about raising a family here? What's the perspective on that?
Oh, the happiest children. Your kids have free healthcare until they're 18. Totally covered. It's extremely safe. You throw your 5-year-old on a bus, they're fine. Yeah. Children are able to be quite free, and in the bigger cities, it's extremely safe.
You saw it here.
Especially during the
we come here
daytime.
as a family with kids there, because it's family friendly. That doesn't mean
It's
for
integrated.
kids. No, kids are welcome and they're fine. And if you don't have kids,
Yeah,
it's also
be aware, it is integrated here. It's not split up like, oh, this is a children's restaurant. No. Your kids are brought to the restaurant. They're taught to behave most of the time. I mean, of course, they throw tantrums, but it's not this, adults-only world. One of the coolest things I've noticed here, too, more than any other country except maybe, I don't know, Germany, Denmark, the dads.
Did dad really hard here?
Yeah, as the way they should. Like, actual...
At least notice the same thing.
Parenting.
There's no mommy fetish.
We're in
So good. So good.
we're in like Stads Park in Hoofddorp, and it's just like walking around, just trying to get a sense of a suburban neighborhood, and it was completely different. And a lot of dads alone with the kids playing, people outside. It was. I mean, of course, there's some selection bias there, but like, it seems far more representative here. Just the same way, you could argue that only the fit people are outside riding their bikes, but it seems pretty damn
It's
universal.
everybody.
Yeah.
I am not fit.
Yeah.
I am obese, and my obese butt is on a bike, and it's fine.
I love it. I love it. And that's
You might be cussing while you're doing it sometimes. We're coming home, but it's because your back hurts.
Yeah, some back issues, but that's a whole nother conversation. But no, I was going to say...
But you have options too, and a lot of places don't.
there is also federal, national maternity leave. For example, the basic is 4 months. 1 month before you go
4 months?
give birth, and then 3
6
months. I believe as of this year, it's 5 weeks for paternity leave.
I think so, yeah. And it keeps like
They're trying to
slowly-
get better. Like
It used to be a lot
Sweden's the
worse.
best.
Yeah.
But it used to be 2 or 3 days. Pretty recently, it was really bad. But paternity.
But
Dads just have
also,
to take out their holidays if they want to.
this has the most, I believe, part-time workers, most part-time workers in the EU, mostly women, because they also used to be home more, take care of the kids more. But now it's men too. Will work 36 hours, 32 hours, 28 hours. It's fine. You still get benefits. You have healthcare. Period. No matter what your employment situation is. There's
Jelly.
a whole bevy of employment rights, and again, all of this is painting a more positive picture. But
Sure.
of course,
No country's perfect.
No.
No. I mean,
Yeah, but really, what I love here is it changed my whole idea and look at the idea of motherhood and parenthood. Seeing families here, coming from the States, coming from Fresno, it's such a severe case of mommy fetish. It's the mom that's sacrificing everything, and it's like, oh, the dad's taking the kids to a doctor. I mean, my
Is
dad.
that the grocery store? He's babysitting?
I mean, my father would do all of that, but
What's childcare like here?
well, we have a lack right now of daycare providers and workers for sure. But it is there. You do get money. You get some subsidies.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, there are already subsidies for lower income people. They're going to be making daycare free soon.
Wow.
It's kind of, it sounds cool, but the people who can afford it, it's also going to be free for them.
Sure.
And the people who cannot really afford it, it's already almost free for them. So it's kind of like,
Wash
maybe,
more
maybe give that money
competition,
that we're going to give to rich people
Yeah.
Yeah.
to those people. So
Yeah.
100% free for them. And maybe some people with like lower middle income than that.
Yeah.
It's also free.
There have been some controversies with the Toeslagen affair, for example.
Oh yeah, that was
So we've
terrible.
had some dark times. Nothing like the States. That's a different case. So this isn't comparison whatsoever.
No.
But for the standard we hold here,
Yeah.
the Toeslagen
Some of the
affair was
institutions, some of the
disgusting.
institutions have been not explicitly racist, but in practice very racist.
Sure.
So it is very systemic here as
Yeah,
well.
so you have Toeslag, which is kind of like a subsidy for daycare and stuff like that. And they were
Healthcare.
specifically targeting people
undercurrents.
living in certain neighborhoods, which are of course,
We see that too.
not
Zip
white.
code.
Literally.
Yeah, zip
red
codes
line, right? So-
to check on them, to harder checks on those people if they weren't being fraudulent,
Like,
and if there was even. So you got some. It can be large sums. So especially if it's kids with additional problems for additional care,
You have money to cover it.
Yeah, it could thousands, 10,000s of euros a year. One little issue, and they have to pay back the entire sum.
Yeah. That's
You have
tough.
It's
what?
like, oh, what? Your child de-enrolled in
like
July,
missed school or something.
but you didn't. But it actually de-enrolled in July, but you didn't register until August.
Missed it.
Missed a month.
That's fraud. 3 years, we want it back.
Oof. Yeah.
Really
Tough.
devastating.
So and then we'll actually investigate what happened. First, we want our money back, then we'll investigate.
What the
Yeah.
fuck is our current
So
ministry?
the people have been in, and that's extremely serious issue. That's not very popular.
No, not at all. They've been horrible about it.
Damn.
So that's one that's good. I'm really mad over. The problem is a little bit. We've had a very status quo government for the past
The VVD,
15
they're
years.
conservative.
Because the problem is those are for the people who are doing generally fine.
That's still
And the
very
majority of
liberal
people
compared
are
to the
doing
United
generally
States.
fine.
Extremely liberal.
You know,
Democrat.
it
I
would be
say
in our
he's like
interest to vote
Biden.
for them because we are doing fine.
The VVD are the Democrats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here they're considered more right.
Yeah.
Right
Interesting.
up to
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Biden's not doing anything.
He's
I was gonna say, like,
Teflon.
it sounds like he's actually doing something, for better or for worse. Biden doesn't do anything. It's just-
I mean, the entire system is so fucked up there.
I did wear a jacket.
What's
I have
that?
my little Lisa Simpson. I have like, the whole damn system is wrong.
Dude, I found a book. I'm gonna just buy it off a bull. The Barcel's Guide to Life we all had when we were like 12.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
on
yeah,
bull.com. I'm gonna get it.
Amazing.
Hey.
But wow, ice cream.
Ice cream. Thank you for sharing.
Talk more
Thank
later.
you. Yes. Bye, Evelyn. Bye, Sander. Oh, it's so good to see Evelyn and meet her husband, Sander. What do you think of someone who's moved from the United States to the Netherlands?
I can see it. I can see how much of a difference it's made. And that's kind of what I'm looking for as well.
Very cool. Yeah. Lauren, how do you feel meeting one of my old friends from
Oh,
college?
they're so fun. Yeah, they're great.
Do you feel like you know me better, having met an old college
yeah,
buddy?
college buddy, yeah.
I like meeting your college buddies. It's only like 9:30, but the light is out. But I'm still tired from all the stuff we've been doing, and I need to edit the vlog. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Peace.
Bye. Bye.